Hello and welcome. In this video, I just want to show you how to create the perfect ad image. Now, of course, perfection is something we dream of, something we also cannot achieve. And there's no right or wrong when it comes to creating ad images and creatives. There's many ways. Also, there's many ways to go about it, and you can imagine there's a million different variations we could create for each campaign. But how do we keep it simple? And what do I personally put into all my ads? And that's it really. Like, I'm going to show you today what I put into my ads, how I create them, what I use to create it, and the entire process. And it's really very simple. It is the most crucial part of the campaign, but at the same time you cannot spend too long doing this, as you have many more articles you need to launch on Facebook, right? So what I normally do is I create one ad image, and the template of whatever that initial ad image may be, I use it for the campaigns I'm doing afterwards for the day. So right now, let's find an article and let's create an ad image on it. Okay, I'm gonna go down this and I'm just gonna find something I like. Okay, 7 foods to eat and have healthy diet. There's a grammatical error there, but it's all good. Top 4 ways forgiveness is good for your health. Just decide whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Start reaping the advantages of cinnamon and honey, and I'm gonna create an ad image for this article. Okay, so this is the name. Start reaping the advantages of cinnamon and honey. So now we want to create an ad in which, here's the dimensions. You need to take note of this. The dimensions are: width is 1200, height by 628. Now you can play around with these because Facebook also allows dimensions 1200 by 1200. However, whenever running page post engagement ads, I always run 1200 by 628. So now we've got dimensions sorted. And by the way, I'm using Photoshop at the moment. There's other softwares you can use. There's none I can really recommend, as I don't use any other thing apart from other than Photoshop. But I do know there's Canva, there's GIMP, and there's more, right? But personally, I use Photoshop, and even if you can't afford it, there are payment plans available. They offer about, I think it's like $20 a month to have access to this software. And I tell you one thing, that this has probably been the best investment I've ever made in my life. I absolutely love Photoshop, but then at the same time, I'm a design freak and I like using Photoshop, and some others may not. But nevertheless, I'm going to show you what you actually need to, what you're looking to get into your ad image. And if in the scenario that you're not creating your ad images, you can forward this video to your graphics designer or whomever may be doing your designs, and they can create ads like this for you. But like I said, there's no right way of doing it and there's no wrong way of doing it. Let me show you. Let me write down one thing first that you should take note of. Okay, so when running ads, when running a single campaign, I like running three ads. Okay, this is 3 different ad images or copy. Okay, so these ads, the different, either the image is going to be different, or something on the image is going to be different, or the copy is going to be different. Now what I like to do, I like to keep the copy pretty much the same. On the first image I have just image, second image I may have image and text, and then the third image I may do image, text and border. Okay, these are normally the main variables the variables that I'm testing. An ad with text, and an ad without text, and an ad with text, and an ad with a border, things like such. That's what I'm always split testing. But at the same time, as I said before, there's a million different ads you could be testing and throwing up, so you want to just keep it limited to 3 ads and then take it from there. So let's create a first ad for this article. Start reaping the advantages of cinnamon and honey. So I'm going to go over to Pixabay, okay, and we'll see what free pictures they got for us in cinnamon. Let's just type in and see what we find. Okay, so some nice images over here. I'm going to take this one, cinnamon, and I'm going to paste that here. Okay, and now we've got the cinnamon, and the other thing was honey. So let's find a nice honey image and take that as well. No, we want something that catches their attention. Now, a jar of honey is cool, it's relevant, it is honey, but at the same time, everyone associates honey to bees, and at the same time, bees are far more eye-catching than honey is. And look, there's so much options over here, so many good images. What do you choose, right? well, I'm just going to take, whatever looks good to me, and this caught my eye, and I've just been looking at this for the past minute, so I'm going to just copy this and take this. Now of course I just pasted it, it looks like poop, so we need to I need to see where I'm actually going to place this on my site. Sorry, not on the site, in this ad. So I'm going to place this here for now, and let's see what I can do with this. Now I'm probably, this, of course it takes an open mind, you got to be a bit creative. So I worked out that I'm just gonna do a circle over here, and that's it. Okay, actually I'm gonna just do that one more time, so I can keep formatting right. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to select the inverse, because I'm just taking the rest of the image off, and I'm gonna put it down like that. On top of that, I can just go, there's so much you can do, right? There's so much, there's so many like different things you could test, but you could go on forever, right? So I'm just gonna, let's see what I want to do with this. We can see that the stroke appears on the side, that's not good. Drop shadow. Okay, so I got a shadow coming off this, I got the cinnamon in the back, and I got a white background there. So I'm just gonna quickly, I'm just gonna, lower the transparency of that, and I'm gonna mess around with the colors of this. Now here, this is another fact you need to know, that ugly ads convert. So things that look ugly, sometimes you think, it looks like shit, but in fact, that's what actually runs. Okay, that's what actually will get you traffic and make you money. Now everyone knows bees are actually like yellow goldenish, but let's mess around with the colors of it, right? I'm gonna go with something, something that just catches your attention, and I'm gonna go with green. You might call me colorblind, that might be blue to you, I'm not too sure, green, bluish, whatever, and then just click OK. So this is going to be my first ad image, okay? And look, this is it, right? 2 images I've got in one image, and then after that I'm gonna create 2 more variants. So here's the first one. Okay, let's call this cinnamon honey ad 1. Okay, now on the second one, what I can do is I'm gonna add a border. So what color goes with green? I've done a lot of split testing and tested different colors, and I know one color that always works well with green is purple. So I'm just gonna take a purpley type of color, and then create a border out of it. Let me just make that solid paint. Okay. So the way I'm creating my border also isn't, it isn't the best way of doing it. I'm actually just using the paintbrush, which means that probably neither of these sides are actually the same. Neither of them probably have the same width. But there you go. That's it. I've added a border to this, and now we have a second ad image. Okay. And let's just do cinnamon honey add 2, and then finally I'm just gonna add a bit of text to this, right? And what was the article called? It says start reaping the advantages of cinnamon and honey. Okay, what can we write over here? Let me think. Normally what I would do is just based off the topic. If the topic is ovarian cancer, I just write ovarian cancer. If it's some cancer, I just write whatever the cancer is. Now cinnamon tea, cinnamon and honey, I could simply just write cinnamon and honey. I'm just gonna sideline that. Okay, I'm gonna change the color of this, probably change the font. Okay, and then what we can do finally is just gonna stroke it a little bit, drop shadow, make it pop screen, make it noticeable, and really that's it. Okay, cinnamon and honey. And now of course you can mess around with the color of this text, you could go on forever, but I'm gonna leave it as that. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the text like that, and this is gonna be my final ad. I'm gonna save this. cinnamon honey ad 3. So now I have 3 ads for the one article. Let's see how long it took. So I was just checking how long it took, and it took about 10 minutes to create all 3 of these. That's it now for this video. That's how you create your ad images. That's the layout you're looking for. You know, this is what I use, and you know, better than this, you can look at what our competitors are doing. I'll dive deeper into that, you know, in further videos in the future. But for now, really, this is all you need to know. Once you've got your content, you know, you create images like this, and they'll get you traffic. And then once the data comes in, you take it from there. But before anything, you don't want to launch, you know, 20-30 different ads. It'll take too much of your time. You simply need 2 to 3 ads. Then once the data comes in, like I said, you take it from there. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, throw them my way. Or apart from that, get creating ads, and in the next video I'll show you how to finally launch your campaign.